All right, everybody, welcome back to our first website. What we're going to do right now is we're going to cover the navigation portion of this website. In the past, we've done this as a list. We're going to try it a little bit differently today. So inside of our navigation, this is where we are working right now. You have placeholder. Obviously, we don't want that. So now in our website, we know that we have 3 files: index, gallery, and favorite sites. We know this. So in our navigation, we are going to need 3 different spots. So what we're going to do is opposed to using the list, which I think is extra because you have to go and you have to undo a bunch of things before you start doing things. I think this way should probably work out okay, although sometimes I'm wrong. So we're going to have a nav item. Inside of our nav item, we're going to have an anchor, or our A tag here. We're going to have the first one be our home page. href is going to right now just be hashtag. So we're going to replace the actual names of the pages in a little bit. And we know that we have 3 items. So that div that you just created, your second nav item will be gallery page. And your third nav item, if we just move this up, we have our nav. The third one is going to be our favorite sites page. So now we have kind of the setup going. Let's go ahead and actually start getting the hrefs to work. Notice what we don't have. We don't have a target in this. So with website navigation, if you used the target attribute, you would have so many different sites popped up. It would be annoying. So we take that off because we're just going between the different pages of our website. So homepage is first index.html. Our gallery page we called gallery.html. And then our favorite sites page we called favorite sites.html. So what we're going to do is we should be able to just do this real simple. On our gallery page, we have nothing. We're just going to write the word gallery. And on our favorite sites, we're going to write favorite sites. This is in no way something you should ever do outside of this particular instance. So we have in here, oops, you can't see this part yet. We have our 3 links that we have. If you click gallery, you should be able to see gallery. Favorite sites, you should be able to see favorite sites. So that's the reason I'm putting just that one little bit of text there to make sure that you're going and you're accessing the correct file. And in this case, this does work. And you notice that it doesn't really have all the list formatting. So I think absolutely this should work the way that we want. So let's go ahead and make it look like navigation. So now we need for the HTML, that's really it. Now we need our CSS. So navigation, we already have on line 11, the start of our nav. So inside of our nav, we are actually going to go ahead and we're going to display that as a flex box. And then I don't think we have to write any other things inside. We should just display it as flex. It should be fine. So for our nav-item, and you're probably looking at me as like, you forgot that period to make that a class. You're correct, I did. So we're going to say that we want the flex basis to be 20%, we'll say. So let's go ahead and double check this. So with this, what should happen is if everything works the right way, you have three things lined up like this. When you refresh, they should all be in a line just like this now. And obviously, our 20% is not going to be good. Let's go ahead and make that more like 10. So you see what the 20% did there is everything is very, very spread out. With 10, everything should be a little bit closer together. So that actually is going to be, I think, a substantial difference in our first website with our navigation. So let's go ahead and for our .nav item, we have those A tags. So first off, we want the color of those. We're going to make that white just for now. We're going to take the text decoration and we're going to make that none because nobody wants to see that underline. And we're going to display of block. So again, let's double check. With those three lines, we're going to change the color, take the underline off, and make this so our link is indeed going to take up our entire box. And that is 100% what should happen. So now let's go ahead and add just a little bit of hover. Nav item A:hover. So we're going to just make this simple. And we're just going to underline our text for when we hover over it. And what should happen is this. So you put your cursor over something, it'll just underline it right there. Very simple. We're not changing the background color or anything. It's just more of sort of a subtle effect as opposed to anything else. And our links should still work the way that they did before. And they do. So now at this point in time, with the navigation, that's going to be the same on every site. So now that you have your navigation all set up, what you can do is from your index, copy everything. Control A is select all, Control C is copy. And now for our gallery page, we can erase the word gallery and just put in all that index code. Oh, I guess I didn't erase the word gallery. My fault. And as opposed to first website index, we're just going to put gallery. And then inside of header, actually, we're going to take off your name, date, and hour, all that stuff, and the HR. And we'll just put gallery page. So now let's just double check and make sure that worked. I know I double check a lot, but that is 1000% out of learning. So now when you click on your gallery page, you should see the gallery page text up there with all your navigation, and you should be able to click between home and gallery. So let's go ahead and then finish this off. We'll copy for that gallery stuff that we just did. Control A, Control C. And then for our favorite sites, we're going to just do the same thing. We're going to erase favorite sites and paste what we have. So this is, of course, going to be our favorite sites. And that's it. So what we did right here is now, as opposed to having to re-put the skeleton and everything and it gets weird. Right now we have pretty much a blank page that looks the same throughout every bit of our site. And now with our links, we can click between all the different pages. So we can navigate between all the different things that we're going to do. So that's the setup. I know I covered some of this stuff kind of quickly. If you have questions, please do come ask, because this too is one of the single most important things for our website, is getting all of our pages set up to where we can now just finish the project. All right. As always, please ask for questions. I'll see you for the index page very shortly.